like I used to like wake up in the morning and play the Wii fitness board game. You know, the fitness board they have?
Oh, yeah. That's very Austin coded, I think. It just seems like that's like, there's a direct pipeline to that and like doing Taekwondo professionally.
Yeah, it's like before school, I'd just wake up, play the fitness board, get my exercise in, and then I'd go to like school and do my shit and like the PE stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Rock and Sock Connection!
Did you like gym in school?
I did like gym in school. I felt like we just played like random sports like tennis, racquetball, golf, you know, like how could you not like playing just random sports with your friends? And
I guess maybe you might disagree with me because you exercise every day at work somewhat, I would imagine, but like I think it's insane that we had to like wake up in the morning, just like go to school, like work out a little bit and then just go back to class. Like I was so sweaty all the time. Did you shower ever at gym? I
never showered in gym.
Could we if we wanted to? I mean, we didn't have time.
You definitely could.
They had showers, but we had like 5 minutes to get trained.
In high school there was only 1 year, I think my senior year or junior year, I had gym in the morning and I was like, this is kind of annoying because I have to go through the rest of my day sweaty, but like
I think I had
the other days, like every other year of gym, it's always been like plop in the middle of the day, you know? Like,
but that's still like you have to go to like 3 more classes just with like a sweaty taint, you know? I was a really sweaty kid though, so like I would, even if we did like a very light
for PE, like for school, like how hard are you actually going though? There were kids that were like go sweaty. Hard, but like I wouldn't go hard enough where I'm like breaking a really bad sweat.
I was a sweaty guy in general, so the fact that they were like, all right, like go outside and like jog a little, I would like just be dripping.
Oh, the days that we had to do track, like those days were pretty bad.
I mean, at least you changed, but like God, I can't.
Some people didn't change, you know, like some people just wear their just like straight up
their regular clothes.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's dirty.
Well, I think this is technically the first real episode of the Rock and Sock Connection. I mean,
we've had 2 other episodes.
Well, I have 4 recorded, but
4.
But though we recorded all of those. I haven't posted them yet. Oh, I've only posted 2, but I haven't. Those were all recorded before I was posting them, and now we have real mics, so this one shouldn't sound like garbage, or maybe it will because we don't know how to use these, and we might be peeking all of these. I can't tell.
Yeah, we're just screaming at the audience right now.
But yeah, it could have been Mike, it could have been Shane, but it's you, Austin Noodleman, on the podcast.
The first real Rock and Sock.
Yeah, how's it going?
Gone a long way from Bowling for Dude Soup in high school.
What does that mean? Isn't Bowling for Dude Soup a band?
Bowling for Soup is a band. And then in the high school, like you've mentioned in your previous episodes, we had our broadcasting club. So my group was called Bowling for Dude Soup.
Really? That's a good name. I think I cut out any mention of you in the other podcast because I'm trying to not talk about people that aren't on them too much. Mm-hmm. But were you in Mike's?
I'm DeRusso.
Was DeRusso in your group, or were you guys in different groups?
We were in different groups because what was his group called? He mentioned it.
I don't remember. Did he? I don't think he did.
He did mention it.
Did he? I may have cut that.
Me and I think Rich. Oh, not to mention someone else.
No, it's okay.
He was in my group, and
should get Rich to on the pod.
Yeah, you got to get him.
Should I get more mics? Do you think we should have? Because I can get 2 more people on these.
You gotta get on the Zoom call with Rich.
I don't want to do them on Zoom. I think it's good to do it in front of each other, you know. I feel like it's better.
Yeah,
Zoom calls
authentic.
are really, I just feel like the Zoom calls are like not like you can't like look at it. Although it's funny because when I do these, I feel like we're not looking at each other.
We're looking at the TV screen.
But I can, checking our levels. But I can look at you. The Zoom, I just feel like there's like the slight delay because you're gonna talk over each other and cancel each other out. But in person, you can talk over each other and still kind of get what's going on. But yeah, I don't feel like we gave you a good introduction in any capacity.
Introduce me.
But yeah, I mean, Austin was just another guy that was in broadcasting. You were in the year below me, like DeRusso. So I was your teacher in some way of the ways
You're
of
my intern.
Yeah.
You're not my teacher.
I mean, I feel like maybe let me clarify this here because I was looking back to the other podcast and calling it an intern. That's what they called it, but we were like teachers' assistants.
Yeah,
we should have called them
TA.
Yeah, we were TAs, but for some reason they called them interns. I don't know why we called it that. It sounded a little bit more official.
So the broadcasting teachers didn't know how to teach everything efficiently 100%. So the people that were in the grade right above us would generally help us. And
yeah.
Me and DeRusso actually were the interns for the following year after Ethan and Matty Ice.
Yeah, because they were just English teachers, so they didn't really know how to like use the equipment and the software. Which like I didn't know how to use the equipment and the software, but I knew how to use it better than they did. I mean, that's the crazy. And you, I guess here's a good segue. You probably maybe like have experience with like, younger people can like pick up things very quickly. I don't know. Do you notice that when you were doing Taekwondo, or like they have a great, I mean, like I learned how to use these programs like in like months when I was like a kid.
Yeah, like I'm not teaching software to people, like I'm teaching self-defense and martial arts, but still like young people grasp things like a sponge, like they'll just absorb any information you're giving them if they're interested in it, if they're not interested, obviously they're not going to pick it up the information. But for the select people that are, like they get into something, they practice it all the time, they go into all the major details, they ask questions, and then they try to expand off of that. And
do you think your students are learning things quicker than you would be able to learn them if you needed to pick up a new like skills in martial arts? Are you still learning new things in martial arts in your position, or do you?
When I was younger, I would learn Aikido and Hapkido, but I don't really practice that as much anymore as I used to. But I teach Taekwondo as well, which was my major base martial art. I've learned some boxing and lots of different martial arts throughout time. I've taken some jiu-jitsu lessons, judo a little bit, but recently I've been starting Muay Thai and some MMA, like stand-up grappling a bit. It's pretty interesting to see the difference, because Taekwondo is all kicking, footwork, and like trying to block and dodge. But when you're doing Muay Thai, it's more like straight up in your face, striking elbows and knees, and a little more fierce and brutal, But even, I don't want to say brutal because it's just intense, the intensity is different. It's great to learn, and then the more I can learn myself, the more I regurgitate that information and just like share it with my other students and pupils. And
maybe you could give a little bit of context as to what we're talking about here. You teach martial arts, so what's like, I guess like if you could explain your background, what's your elevator pitch to people?
I'm a 4th degree black belt in Taekwondo. I teach martial arts in Franklin Square, New York. I have been doing martial arts since I was about 5 years old and going to all these local and national, and I've refereed quite some time. I've refereed international tournament as well. Great to be able to share my information that I've been growing up with so many younger generation students.
When did you start? I actually don't know this.
I started when I was about 5 years old.
Oh, damn.
I'm turning 28 this year.
Did you start martial arts first or music first?
Definitely martial arts first. My brother did martial arts before me, my older brother, and then his master would literally beat him with the stick, like traditional way. And my mother would never let me go into the school, like watching him take lessons or like go on to take classes because they didn't like the way the teacher treated my brother. But like my brother was always so like dedicated.
Really? And they still let him do it?
Like, yeah, he wouldn't want to give up. He wouldn't want to stop because he knew like the discipline was still like benefiting him in some way in his thought process, I guess. But like, eventually this other master took over the franchise and the school and whatever it was at that point. And then when that master took over, I joined because it was not like he was beating people with a stick.
Yeah.
He was doing things very Americanized way.
Is that the traditional way that they do it in Japan?
Korea, yeah.
Oh, in Korea?
South
is Taekwondo Korean?
North Korea, much more disciplined, you could say.
Yeah, wow.
With their teaching.
I didn't know that. Taekwondo is Korean?
Yes, Korean.
Not Japanese or Chinese. Karate's Chinese?
Karate's more so Japanese.
Oh, really?
You see Kung Fu.
Is Kung Fu Chinese or?
I would say Kung Fu is Chinese, and you see Jiu-Jitsu mainly from, there is a Japanese background of it too, but it's all way more Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu these days.
Oh, yeah. Oh, really? That's interesting that it's more of a foothold in Brazil. What do they do in Vietnam? Do they have like, in Southeast Asia, do they have like a particular style? Is that like the stuff of like the sticks and like nunchucks and stuff?
Filipino martial arts is very much similar to like stick fighting, and I would say they do Muay Thai a lot, like Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting, like when you look at like Thailand's Muay Thai fighters, you never see anyone really over like 30 years old because they're all fighting so intense like that their body can't make it that far.
What's Muay Thai? Is that like what
elbows, knees, striking, like boxing.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of time on your knees and elbows.
Yeah, your shins get worn out so fast that it's like you have to develop your career and make it as a star by 30 years old, you know, or you're done.
Do you know why martial arts is so much more prevalent in like Asia than it is in, I mean, like, because obviously they have like,
I think it's a pride thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, the country's
like
pride.
cultural.
You know, like, you don't really see so many Asian fighters in the UFC because a lot of like China or Japan, they want to keep their fighters to themselves, not like an American organization. They don't want America to make money off of their fighters. They want to profit off of them themselves, I guess you could say.
Because they have
and I guess you could say it's like a xenophobic kind of thing. Because like America wants to, it's always a capitalist country, you know, so we just want to make money off of whoever's the best and has the best skill set. So if other countries aren't going to let us do that, I completely understand. Like, why should America profit off of Chinese best fighters? You know, like China should profit off of that.
Well, they have like boxing. I don't know where that comes from. And like wrestling is popular here. So I guess those are, I don't know. I mean, I assume those are considered martial art.
Yeah, but if you wrestle against someone that's from like Dagestan in Russia, it's like, are we really going to win that much? Probably not. You know, like those wrestlers dedicate like day-to-day training, whereas we're like not
it's
so
more
serious,
just like a casual sport.
Americanized martial arts, like in the schooling you only see really wrestling. You know, you don't really see boxing, you don't really see other martial arts advancing in physical education, I guess you could say, or schooling sports, you know. But collegiate wise, you do see taekwondo in quite a few schools like UConn or
Really?
NYU. You know, like a lot of schools, they have taekwondo collegiate championships and serious tournaments, you know. And it's great to see athletes thriving in that community too, because it's not like, oh, you're just like a national champion or you're fighting internationally, but like collegiately you could even just say I'm a champion in the collegiate field.
When did you start playing guitar? You said you started doing like taekwondo or whatever when you were 5.
Oh yeah. If I didn't keep doing martial arts, my other passion was music, and I was gonna go into like either teaching music, but when I went to schooling, it was mainly just music performance that was looked at as like a major thing more so than music education.
And music education's like a lot different.
But I started playing guitar, I'd say about 9th grade. Played saxophone from like elementary school and up whenever you started playing instruments. And then there was obviously like the recorder before that. But like I've always had like music as a passion. My dad always listened to just like classic rock, classic metal.
Yeah, your dad has
else, you know, he has like a
pretty
enormous record collection.
Yeah, he has a pretty crazy setup. I would have thought that you played guitar longer, because I started playing playing bass around like 9th grade.
Maybe 8th grade.
I was in band too, but I think I kind of wish I did saxophone. The clarinet wasn't that cool.
I wanted to do percussion. But
oh yeah,
so many people wanted to do percussion where it was like, you're not gonna get that unless you were like a percussion star. You know,
the saxophone's a cool instrument though. Which sax did you play?
Alto saxophone.
It's the higher one.
Yeah. I mean, they have soprano saxophone too, but like they didn't really offer that.
Yeah,
I mean, like jazz band and like certain.
Yeah, the sax is really similar to the clarinet, from what I understand.
They're both woodwinds. But different fingering and chords.
Yeah, but I feel like I remember one of my friends in band who played sax showing me, and I was like, this is pretty similar to the clarinet. I mean, obviously they're like the sax, you're like doing it more to like the side of the instrument. I liked band, but like the woodwinds and the brass instruments, like they're so gross. There was just so much spit and so much spit. It's like
I was just happy I didn't play the trumpet, because that's like emptying a spit valve every 5 seconds.
I know. And they told me they told me when we like tested all out, they're like, we think you'd be good at brass, and I was like, I wanted to play clarinet.
I don't think so.
Why? What the fuck is that supposed to say?
No, I mean, like why would you choose a brass instrument over a woodwind instrument?
Well, remember in like 6th grade or whenever we started doing band, they would like they had you test out every mouthpiece.
Yeah.
And they said that you
blew better.
They said I was good at brass, but my brother played bass clarinet, so I wanted to play regular.
Oh, he played bass clarinet?
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
The
though.
bass clarinet.
Not so many people played that instrument.
The bass clarinet was crazy. I mean, the bass clarinet kind of looked like a saxophone. Sorry to change the subject, but you won't drink Coke Zero. That's crazy. It tastes the same.
Will, it's just I'd rather have a regular Coke. And you had a Coke Zero cherry.
It's so
Sunday
good.
something. Yeah, it was like some special random ass flavor.
I'm gonna go get. I want my Coke cherry float. Even though I shouldn't have caffeine right now, but fuck it. I'm gonna give you something to try.
Try it on the podcast. Yeah, with my new schedule too, I added like private sessions on it. So like if anyone needed like a 30-minute like one-on-one, I could just give them that. I added this new team program where it's like if you're focused more on like competition and going to like national level, then you could just get more like individualized coaching on your specific program, like whether it's sparring, whether it's like the patterns, form, pumse, whatever you want to call it, whether you're just like really into breaking, really into weapons. It's just like an individualized program where you get more one-on-one coaching on that specific topic.
Here's your Coke cherry Coke float.
Let's see this cherry Coke float.
What's the verdict?
It's not bad. I'm not a big fan of cherry, as I've stated before, but it tastes like an ice cream float.
It's on the record. Yeah, I don't know. I like it.
I don't really taste the cherry even. I would say.
Oh, really? Do you taste the float?
It tastes like an ice cream float.
Yeah.
With maybe like a little bit of grenadine.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put it in my Jameson.
If you want more, you can have more. I don't want to drink this whole thing because there's caffeine in it.
I like this little cup you gave me.
I got an espresso machine, so I got some little espresso cup. Because you guys do like sessions for like Taekwondo, like how you do? Do they just follow the school year, or
what do you mean by do they just follow?
Like how long do they sign up for?
I have a beginner membership that's about 7 months.
Oh, okay. That's pretty long, actually.
That's not that long. 7 months is like the average it takes to like finish the beginner program.
Well, yeah, I imagine. I just think like the art classes Brian did were like 7 weeks. You know.
But
you can
drawing versus learning a self-defense skill is very different.
Totally.
To compare the time base.
Totally. Like you can do a couple paintings in that 7 weeks, whereas like you're probably like barely getting like
learning self-defense takes a lot of time.
Yeah,
and patience and energy and practice off the mat as well, you know? Many people I get like so frustrated because, you know, they come in, they expect to take like 2 classes a week and like be fine, you know? But it's like it's not just like you come, you take 2 classes and you level up, you know? It's like you have to go home, you have to put the practice time in, you have to exercise, you have to be fit, you have to do more, you know? You can't just like show up twice a week and say, where's my belt? You know, where's my level up? It's like it's not that simple. You gotta take the time and energy and practice what your master or instructor or your teacher tells you, you know? Because they're not just telling you for no reason. They're trying to guide you and help you build a new skill set, you know? Taekwondo is Tai is the way of the foot, Kwan is the way of the hand, Do is the way of life. So if you're not incorporating it into like your day-to-day life, how are you actually benefiting, you know? The most important thing, like I feel like most people don't understand in life, it's not just martial arts. In life, you have to be uncomfortable and you have to grow from those like uncomfy situations. People just like stay comfortable and do like whatever they feel like is natural day to day. But like, are you actually growing when you're just sitting there doing the same crap day to day?
That's very wise.
You just gotta step up and get shit done, you know? I always say get shit done. Like set a goal, work for it. Like GSD. You can't just say, GSD, you know? Like you can't just say, I'm gonna do it. Like what are your actual steps that you're working towards doing it?
That makes sense. Like what you were saying before, how martial arts is really culturally ingrained in like the Asian cultures. Like it is a mindset. I struggled with that very much in life. It's just getting shit done. Like, it's really tough when no one's making you do something too. Like, it's something like martial arts where like you can just quit.
Yeah, but discipline is just like doing what you have to do, even if you don't want to do it.
Exactly.
It's like no one understands that these days, especially in America. I feel like people just take shit for granted. And
all right, let's go. Yeah, lay it down for me, Austin. What's the problem with America these days? It took me so long to do this podcast, and it took me so long to edit the episodes. And then eventually, I just had to start forcing myself to do it, and that's the tough thing to do, is to push yourself to do more than you're doing every day to get by. Like it's so hard to do what you have to do to get by, but then to push yourself to do that extra mile to go do taekwondo, to go climb, to go to the gym, to go work on your projects. You're good at martial arts. So what was the secret for you? Did you ever run into a time where it was hard for you to get yourself to get shit done? Or are you just naturally talented?
No, like I'm definitely not just naturally talented, you know, like I definitely have to put the work in, and I definitely have to like always do more, and I strive to do more all the time, you know, but like,
how do you push yourself?
Is it ever enough?
But how do you push yourself to not just we both like to partake. We both like to play video games. We both like to indulge in the dopamine flushes. How do you still have the enjoyment with Taekwondo when you go? Do you still enjoy practicing and learning about the new stuff, or is it more of how are you getting yourself to keep doing?
That's a great question.
I mean, do you enjoy it? Is it still fun for you?
When I'm younger, it's like I want to just like do weapons like nunchucks and bow staff and like all this stuff, but like even that, it's like it's not really Taekwondo, you know. It's like weapons is more like kung fu and like other martial arts, but like I always had a passion towards doing weapons, and I always was able to perform well, demonstrate well, help others with like that skill set. That would be like my specialty, I'd say, you know, like to understand like the weapon itself and to understand how to share that information clearly and precisely, you know. It's just a whole nother level of conversation. I don't know what to say.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure. No, I got you.
But sorry, can you reiterate the question again?
I guess I was just wondering how you, and maybe it's just a completely different mindset, because I have a hard time like pushing myself to do like those extra things and pushing myself to have the discipline. Like where does your discipline come from? Maybe that's a better way to phrase it. Where
does my discipline come from?
Because you clearly have discipline if you've achieved like the levels of martial arts mastery that you have. Like where do you get the discipline to do that?
I feel like I just have to prove to myself that I can be stronger than I was the other day, and that I can perform better than before, you know? Like I want to be able to share with my students only positive like stories, and like not only positive stories. Of course, there's negative with the positive, but like only ways to grow faster. You know, like how can I improve my reputation and my school's reputation and my students' reputation? You know, just the more I learn, the more I can share with my students. So like I still try to train 3 to 4 times a week, you know, at least. And then on top of going to the gym too. If I'm not learning consistently, how can I share with my students what's updated information, you know? Like, I can't just reiterate traditional martial arts again and again and again, because the sport evolves and people grow new skill sets and try to change the game as it is, you know? Like, Taekwondo is an Olympic sport, so every few Olympics, like every 4 years or so, the rules change a bit, and then everyone's adapting to how can we benefit from that rule change? How can we win from that rule change? How can the new gear help us, you know? Because Taekwondo these days with sparring, there's like the forms and the patterns that are a really big part of it too, but like the main thing with Taekwondo is sparring, you know? We have electric gear. So like the chest guards sense when there's like enough pressure and impact on the chest guard or the helmet too. And then that's how you score points. Because we have we have magnets in our foot pads, and in starting 2026, we have magnets in our gloves too.
Really?
Yeah.
That's how it works? It's how hard you hit?
It's the PSI. So it's the pressure from the glove, it's the pressure from the foot scoring onto the chest guard with enough pressure to get the points. So it's usually a punch to the body is worth 1 point, a kick to the body is worth 2 points, a kick to the head is worth 3 points, And if you spin and kick, it's worth ×2. So a body kick spinning would be 4 points. A body kick head these days is 6 points, which
But
is a big difference, you know?
How does the pressure affect that? Like, do you get more points for hitting harder?
Different weight classes require different pressure,
there's a minimum amount of force you need to hit to get the points.
There's a minimum amount of force that needs to be used to score, just depending on your weight class, you know? The head kicks are very, just if you touch it, like with the pinky toe, you should score, you know? But body kicks, it's got to be enough pressure.
You can't just be like glancing them.
No, there's no graze shots, you know? It's you hit, it makes a gunshot sound. And then,
wow, is that new? Like, have they, or how long?
We've been using electronic gear for quite some time, but they update it usually every 2 years, I'd say, every 3 years, you know?
Crazy. I didn't know that would close.
Let's go back to Pokemon.
Yeah, close to some Pokemon. What are you hyped about Pokemon? There's a new game getting released, right?
I know it's like the 30th anniversary of Pokemon yesterday, and then I usually play like the Pokemon trading card game app and Pokemon Go. I've been on.
I was gonna ask, what's your primary Pokemon consumption method? Is it Pokemon trading card game? Is it Pokemon Go? Is it an actual Pokemon game?
I would say it's like about even with both of those, but like I have to say Pokemon Go because I've been playing it since it started in like 2016. I'd say I only took like a short break from it. Let's check it out right now. I see a Jigglypuff here in your house. So.
Oh, I could never get into Pokemon Go. I thought I was gonna like that Pokemon trading card game, but I couldn't get into it. It's too complicated. It's too
complicated. I want to know.
There's so many menus and packs and buttons, and you
started too late.
It's just there's so much, and every like 2 days this app is like, can we download 8 gigs of Pokemon cards onto your phone? And I'm like,
it's not every 2 days. It's probably like every 2 months.
It's okay. Every 2 months is a lot. Like, how big is this game? I need to check because I feel like multiple times it's asked me, hey buddy, we just need to download like 4 gigs.
Maybe open it more than 2 months.
We need to download 4 gigs of stuff onto your phone right now. I hope you're cool with that, but I really wanted to like it because you and Mike were showing it to me, and I was like, this looks fun. But I opened it up and I'm just so many buttons.
Yeah, before we started the podcast, I think I was saying like I wanted to get the new Pokopia game, which is like the Animal Crossing Pokemon crossover game.
Are they making something like that?
It's not really Animal Crossing, but it's like it looks like that, you know? But they don't make it on the original Switch, and I don't have a Switch 2.
Oh, really? They're making it a Switch 2 exclusive?
Yeah, I don't want to buy a Switch 2 just to get this Pokopia game, you know?
That's stupid.
Not worth it.
Did you play Diamond or Pearl or Platinum?
I think Platinum was the last Pokemon game like I played before like all the new ones came out. I never played like Black and White, X and Y, or like those Pokemon games, but like I played every Pokemon game pretty much up to Platinum.
Really? Platinum was
Garantina.
We had Diamond and Platinum, but they were all kind of the same game.
Yeah, me too.
Did you play the multiplayer part of Platinum? It was like the mines. Did you ever play that on the DS?
I don't know if they...
Oh, really? Do you know? Is this ringing any bells to you?
Not
it was like
mines.
you remember on Platinum you would be like, you know, it was like a DS game, right? Or Diamond or Pearl. Which one did you have? You said you had Platinum?
I had Platinum and I had Diamond.
Okay, yeah, same thing. If you on your DS, I think it was, I don't know if it was like only local or if you could do it like wirelessly. You were in these mines and it was the whole map, but it was like underground, and you would have like a base and you could like go in the mines and like mine gems. And I don't know what you do with them. I think you'd use them to buy like furniture for your base, but you had like a flag in your base and your friends could like steal your, did you ever do that?
I did do this. Now that I'm looking at an image of it.
Oh my God. I liked that more. I thought that was a more fun game than Pokemon. Yeah. Because there was like a capture the flag element where like your friends could like get in your base and steal your flag, and I don't know what it did, but you know they stole your flag, and it was so fun. I don't know why that they should just make that a game. Yeah, remember you had like a little base, and I think when you like mine stuff, you like mine.
I feel like the mine game might have been just like a solo player thing, and then the capture the flag might have been
No, I think this was all multiplayer because look, there's two dudes. Like this was like the multiplayer mode in Pokemon. Besides like doing like battling Pokemon or whatever.
Or trading, yeah.
Did you ever play Pokemon Battle Revolution? It was like on the Wii.
Yes, I thought it was that one, but I wanted to look it up before I was sure.
It was like
that was a really fun and way overlooked game.
Yeah, you could like take your Pokemon from,
I love this game.
I think it was the Pokemon from like Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah, it was.
Platinum.
That was the main characters.
And you could like load it onto your Wii and like play, like it would like play out the games like in like full 3D like animation.
This is a great Pokemon game that's not talked about enough because Battle Evolution was one of my favorite Pokemon games, I have to say. I think it's in my top 5.
That was back when the world was cool and like your friend would come over when you were like a little kid and like you would both
battle with your friend.
I think
Pokemon,
you would like play on your Wii.
Yeah,
on your DS. I think you would play on your DS, right? And it would show up on the TV, or am I wrong about that? That might be wrong. But I'm pretty sure it was your Pokemon from your DS game, right? Am I remembering that right? Or is it not? I think that's how it works.
You might be able to like convert your DS characters into the game.
I think that was all.
There was a different Pokemon game where you could it was like Pokemon Farm or something, like I don't know what it was called, where you could literally just like keep putting Pokemon from like whatever app or game it was like into your console and just like have like a giant Pokemon farm full of like
you could do that in Pokemon Battle Revolution, but maybe I'm misremembering. But I don't think you like had your own Pokemon in that game. I think you got them from the DS games. But maybe I'm wrong about that.
Yeah, they're still going.
I know they're coming out with a new one. I kind of want to try it. I was playing Stardew Valley recently, and that kind of like feels like Pokemon, but like with farms.
Oh, it's like the Pokemon Ranch. You ever play Pokemon Ranch?
No, it sounds like kind of familiar, but I can't picture it.
Yeah, but it's like you had your Mii on the Wii.
Oh my God! What? No, I've never.
You would have all these little Pokemon that you would upload.
I've never seen. Why does that look kind of scary?
I really like this game a lot. Like, I think if I had my Wii still,
Pokemon Ranch,
I would like open up my Pokemon Ranch and
you can just like hang out with them.
All my Diamond and Pearl Pokemon like just uploaded onto there.
I'd never heard of this game, Pokemon Ranch. Wow.
I'm gonna buy a Wii today, I think.
Can you play Wii games on the Switch? I don't know if you can play that one. That seems like
I doubt it. How would you play Wii games on the Switch?
Yeah, unless they like specifically like. Well, the Switch controls have like motion controls.
You could play GameCube games on the Wii.
Yeah, I feel like I mostly played GameCube games on the Wii. I didn't really love the motion controls, honestly. Okay, we need to wrap this up. Do you want to plug the name of your studio for Taekwondo?
Check out Champions Martial Arts Franklin Square for any martial arts needs.
Oh yeah! All right, rockin' sock out.